MSP, MSP, Managed Service Provider. If you're just getting started in IT, you may have heard this before. If not, we're going to dive into that today. What's going on, everyone? My name is Zach Hill. This is IT Career Questions. And if you have questions about getting into the information technology career field, then drop your questions in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them, maybe in a video just like this. But today, managed service providers are they're everywhere. And they can be an amazing starting point for you if you're looking to get in the world of IT. But let's break down what an MSP essentially is. Basically, you can think of a managed service provider, an MSP, as a very large IT team that supports multiple organizations. You see, you're going to have small, medium-sized businesses that don't necessarily require a full-time IT staff, or they just simply don't want to have an internal IT department due to financial reasons or any other reason, honestly. So an organization might reach out to an MSP to help with their IT needs. As we're talking about MSPs today, I want to let you all know that this video is sponsored by Penguin. No, Penguin is not an MSP, but if you're working for one, Penguin might come in handy for you. They provide voice over IP PBX phone systems. So something that every single MSP is going to be very familiar with and what you'll end up being familiar with as well. If you've dealt with phone systems that are expensive or you're stuck in like legacy PBX hell, maybe it's impossible to configure your voice over IP system, or maybe you call support and they're just never available. These are all things that Penguin helps fix. Penguin delivers reliable business phone service that's easy to deploy, it's easy to manage, and easy to get support with. So if you are looking for any type of voice over IP service and looking for a company that actually cares about supporting you, check out callpenguin.com, CALLPENGUIN.com. Let's go back to talking about MSPs. So an MSP will help with your help desk needs. They'll help with like network management, servers, the cloud, security, all types of different technology needs. MSPs come in and they can handle everything for an organization. So let's think about it this way. If you get hired from an MSP, you might be responsible for an other organization's IT technology needs. There's also the case where if you get hired by an MSP, you are responsible for multiple organizations' IT needs. So if you get hired as a help desk technician, you might have 2 or 3 different organizations and businesses that you are responsible for all of their help desk needs. So all of the different tickets that are coming in, they go to you from all of, the 3 or 4 or 5 different outsourced organizations and businesses that are hiring this MSP for their IT needs. And that might sound kind of overwhelming at first, and quite honestly, it can be. That's one of the things about MSPs that I want to get out of the way right away. It's very fast paced. You're going to be moving very, very quickly. Sometimes there's not a lot of room to learn from others. And that's one key thing that you should remember if you ever get an interview for an MSP. Something that you should ask is, how long am I shadowing somebody? Or, how long is somebody teaching me how to do all of these things? Or maybe you get hired as like a network administrator for an MSP. You might support multiple businesses and organizations with all of their network management needs. And that can be a lot to handle. It can be a lot to manage, right? So that's something to keep in mind with MSPs is there's a lot going on. There's a lot to learn, and you're going to be exposed to a lot of different technologies, which is amazing. You might get thrown into multiple different types of Active Directory environments or multiple different types of support environments where they're utilizing really cool and amazing technologies that you've never seen before, but now you're getting all of this really cool experience under your belt. And that's one thing that an MSP will do for you that like a regular job where you're just, you're in one organization, that it doesn't necessarily do for you as much as an MSP can. That exposes you to so much. And everything that you get exposed to is learning opportunities for you. It's opportunity for you to put these things on your resume. And those things stand out because experience is king. And working for an MSP, you'll get a lot of experience. But the part that not a lot of people want to warn you about is that it's a lot. It could be stressful. It could be very fast paced. And you have to be prepared for that. There is a lot of turnaround in MSPs, meaning you might find that there's only like a year to 3 years of employment. So let's say you get hired as a help desk technician or something, right? You might only be in that position for 1 to 3 years and you're moving on to something different. That's typical in MSPs, especially with more entry level roles. It's kind of known, if you will. So an MSP can be a great starting point, but it can also be a burnout point as well. And those are things to keep in mind. So if you are somebody who can work in fast-paced environments and can handle stress really well and can definitely handle angry, upset end users very often, then an MSP can be a great opportunity for you. And I don't want to necessarily like down talk it in any way. I just want to be realistic with you. I'm being 100, if you will. I know I'm unk status and everything nowadays, all the grays, but I just want to be real with you. Like, I want you to know the facts. It can absolutely suck to work in an MSP, but it can also give you incredible experience to help traject your career in ways that you've never imagined. Like, you could go quick, fast, is what I'm getting at. So MSPs are great, and they're also worrisome, if you will. So everybody has their own opinions and thoughts on them. And if you've ever worked in an MSP, I would encourage you to leave comments below and share your experience and share your feedback, share your advice with everybody, because I'm just one person. And just to keep things honest with you, here are a few other key points that I want to talk about that might make you reconsider an MSP. If you don't have really good foundational IT knowledge yet, MSP might not be the best fit for you initially. Again, it's so fast paced that you might not have a lot of learning opportunities. So again, if you have a chance to get into an interview for an MSP, it's really, really important to ask them the questions of, what their turnaround time is, how they measure success there, do they shadow people and things like that? What are their SLAs? Those are a few really good things that you can ask them just to kind of understand how quickly things move and if they are able to train you and teach you and things like that. So keep that in mind. And if you've never touched Active Directory before, an MSP might not be the best choice for you. But the good thing about Active Directory is you can spin up a server in minutes and get familiar with what Active Directory is and what it does. And really, all you really need to know is how to find a user in Active Directory and reset their password, because you'll be doing a lot of that. Although a lot of times that is automated nowadays, but you'll want to know how to find people in Active Directory, add them to user groups and things like that. These things are very, very important to know because Active Directory is used like everywhere. In addition to Active Directory, ticketing systems. You can spin up a ticketing system server or even register for free trials online for some of them. I'll try to put links for those in the description. But a ticketing system is an amazing thing for you to learn as well, because you'll be using a ticketing system all day, every day in an MSP. And if you could put that on your resume as experience, then you are going to stand out. Ticketing systems, Active Directory, you're going to look good. So those were just like some of the key points that I wanted to highlight about, working for an MSP, not working for an MSP. The real answer is it's just nuanced, right? Like, it depends on the MSP. It depends on you. It really just depends on where you're at in life, right? I can't tell you whether an MSP is going to be the absolute best job for you, because I don't know who you are, unfortunately. But based on the information that I shared with you, hopefully you can kind of get a good idea of if it will be okay for you or not. And hopefully, if you're one of those people out there who has worked at an MSP, who shares their experience in the comments below, that'll, give you, someone who's looking to work for an MSP, more insight, So thank you again for Penguin for sponsoring this video, and a special shout out to Aleth for making this happen. Aleth Dennis. You might have heard of her before. She's freaking awesome. If you're ever looking to get into cybersecurity and you want to learn from somebody who's been doing it for a while and they know what they're talking about, definitely check out Aleth. She's amazing. So please consider leaving your comments one way or another. I genuinely appreciate each and every one of you. I'm almost at like 300,000 subscribers, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. So thank you to each and every one of you who do take the time to subscribe and all that and leave comments, because I genuinely appreciate you. It's amazing. I'm glad that I can do this. So anyway, good luck to you all. I wish you nothing but the best. As always, take it easy.